Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to this session where we are going to take another editorial to analyze it, to understand it deeply, and through that we are going to do vocabulary, grammar, and much more. So those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Niharika, John Meher of Faculty of English, and I have a request. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible to all of you. You can let me know in the chat here. So, okay, let's see. Now, this is my schedule on this channel. I have classes Monday, afternoon classes Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. These are CSAT classes. We are doing RCs. And then daily classes Monday to Saturday. We are having 8 p.m. classes where I am giving you classes of editorial. So in this editorial analysis, what we are doing, of course, we are learning and practicing skimming. We are doing vocabulary, we are doing grammar. See, all the aspects here are very important. It's not like without grammar things would work out. No, we want 100% efficiency, right? And it's a language. Error का तो होता ही है कहीं ना कुछ percent. So you need to work on the complete game, grammar, vocabulary, that includes phrases and idioms, etc. And comprehension. Combination of these three things will help you get to what you want. Okay, so that's the English which we encounter in exams. Now coming back to this one, we have some MCQs towards the end of every session. First, we have some questions based on the passage so that your brain learns and it is trained to capture some information and able to answer when asked, not in a time difference, but when immediately asked, just like you want your brain to work by solving RCs in exam. And then we have some error detection questions. Okay, so yes, thank you so much Abhishek for confirming. We are going to start with skimming. Okay, so now this is the article today taken from the Hindu. So you need to skim. You will be given 2.5 minutes to go through the complete article. You need not read things in detail, but you should have an idea. There needs to be an outline in your mind what the passage is about and what it is telling you, okay, as a reader. So focus on important words, focus on the subjects and main verbs of each sentence, and try to understand theme and everything from that. Okay, chalo. Before we move ahead, make sure to like and share the session. Also subscribe the channel if you are new here. I'll scroll for you. Do not worry if there is certain things you can't see. I'll make sure that you get to read everything. Evening, good evening. We have started the skimming practice and it's almost done now. Now I will explain what this passage, this article is talking about. And while explaining, try to match what you thought, what you understood with what I'm explaining. That's the way you will, first of all, the confidence will boost up. You will get more confidence if the things go hand in hand, what they are in, they align what I explain and what you have understood. And sometimes it happens, you misunderstand, misinterpret a statement and the meaning and the context of it. So there you can correct yourself, okay? Because we are not doing in-depth reading, we are not taking our own sweet time like reading a novel. This is different. We have a purpose here. We have to answer some questions. We have to write an essay later on. So this purpose is exam oriented and we need to only give time that is required as per the need. Monsoon anticipation on the monsoon in 2025. So of course predictions आने लगे हैं monsoon के. Despite the prediction of normal rainfall, India must be ready for extremes. This is like a caution we get to see right in the subheading. Despite prediction is कि normal rainfall होगा. India must be ready. Author is saying there are reasons to believe that we may face something other than the normal. Let's see क्या extremes. The Indian Meteorological Department (IMD) has given a reassuring signal, a signal that gives us more positivity. Okay, it's comforting that from June to September, India is likely to receive above normal monsoon rainfall or 5% more than the historical average of 87 centimeters. That is the data. In short, normal bola hai. Were this to pan out as projected, you know why we are using were here? We are saying something which has this, okay, which is singular. So if you people know conditional sentences, okay, and when we talk about hypotheticals, if I were a bird, I would fly to mountains. Here it is the same thing but in the form of inversion without use of if. Were this to pan out as projected, अगर ऐसा हो जाता है, it would be a second consecutive year of above normal rains. Okay, and you see, rains word is an acceptable word because we are talking about the rainfall, rain taking place at different geographical locations. That's why rains is totally an acceptable word. It's not only an uncountable noun, it does fall under the category of countable noun as well. Last year, India received 8% more monsoon rain than that is what is typical from June to September. Last year, little bit above normal tha. This is good news for Kharif sowing, the type of crop, which will help improve stocks of grains and shore up reserve for export. So now he is connecting with how this is gonna help me. It help us India in agriculture context. Kharif sowing के लिए अच्छा है. Stocks of grain improve होंगे. Shore up means it will help in supporting reserves for exports. This year, the government has also committed to procure, to buy at the MSP, minimum support prices. What are they buying? Pulses in an attempt to reduce the import bill. As pulses are a more land intensive crop than cereal, good rains are essential for an adequate harvest. So, how monsoon is connected to actually the economy of India? Author is establishing that relation. Okay, I hope you are getting to see from rainfall to its effect on grains, pulses, and how it's connected to import bill because it's going to help us. तो वो चीज आपको बहुत अच्छे से यहाँ देखने को मिल रही है. That's how you build up something. Learn from this. The IMD follows a two-stage system of monsoon forecast. दो बार forecast होता है, 2 stages में होता है. The first in April, followed by an update in mid-May. So first forecast we get to see in April, in the month of April, and next one, the second one in mid-May, which has additional information on rainfall distribution. These are regularly updated monthly alongside a host of short-term forecasts. This is a long-term forecast happening after a few months, and there are also a handful of short-term forecasts. Thus, what is in forecast in April may not exactly unfold itself It's not going to exactly be like this given the limitations of meteorological science and computational tools required. So, of course, this is not accurate. Things can change, things can go the other way around, or may be different than what is predicted in April. However, this year there is certainty about the absence of an El Nino. Okay, so this is a phenomena, जिससे rain होता है. So there is one thing for sure, absence of El Nino associated with a warming of equatorial Pacific and with 6 out of 10 years linked to weak monsoon rain. A monsoon without an El Nino augurs well for India. So this phenomena El Nino weakens the monsoon rain in India, and because of this, because it is going to be absent, we think without a monsoon, without El Nino, it's actually indicating, predicting something good. Augurs well means predicting, forecasting good for India. Another encouraging factor is a parameter called Eurasian snow cover. So there are two factors, एक El Nino है, दूसरा है Eurasian snow cover or snow cover areas of northern hemisphere and Eurasia. These were below normal, and according to IMD, meteorologists have an inverse relationship. These things, they have inverse relationship with the year's summer monsoon rainfall. समर मॉनसून रेनफॉल के साथ में इसका उल्टा, ये बढ़ेगा तो दूसरा घटेगा. And inverse relationship means less snow corresponds to more rain. Okay, so if there is less snow, then that would mean that we could receive more rainfall. For its monsoon forecast, the IMD uses weather models that simulate the ocean and the atmosphere. That's how it works. This year, except for the El Nino, none of the oceanic parameters indicates either way how the monsoon will pan out. Okay, just the information of El Nino is something that is helping us to know it will be better, but we don't have more clues. This is not unusual. Okay, this is not unusual. That means this is usual, but means that factors closer to subcontinent, that is cyclonic activity in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, for instance, will have greater importance to the monsoon. So whatever the cyclonic activity is taking place in the Bay of Bengal, in the Arabian Sea, those things will take precedence. Past years with above normal rainfall have brought flooding and landslides. Above normal में भी issue हो जाता है, flooding हो जाती है, landslides हो जाती है ना? Accentuated by, that means intensified by, challenges of global warming. Kerala's Wayanad disaster in July last year that killed at least 200 people and displaced several times that that number is just one instance. That is an example what happened in Kerala. Therefore, positive news on monsoon front should not distract the focus of the sentiment states. Ultimately, author is not worried about will I get to enjoy the rain or not? Not like that. The purpose of him talking about the whole weather forecast and above normal rain is to, first of all, help us understand how it relates to economy. Secondly, how much preparation do we need to have? So he is saying that therefore positive news on the monsoon front should not distract the focus of sentence states from putting in place adequate infrastructure in whatever the plans are for monsoon related to infrastructure and other framework that is to be put into place, that is to minimize damage and loss of lives. They should still be there. We cannot be free from thinking that okay, it's gonna be the forecast says it's gonna be a good monsoon, so we need not prepare for anything. No, what they're saying, regardless the state, the government, the center should prepare. So that is the main message of it. Okay, I would love to see what you people have deduced the summary or the main message of this crux of this article. By that time, I'll take vocabulary. So the first is a phrase. There are two ways we use this: augurs well and augurs ill. Okay, something where a prediction is done and something that bodes well, something forecasts well. A signal is of something good, that means augurs well. If there is an indication of something bad that is to happen, we say augurs ill. Augur as a verb is used. So well or ill, positive है कि negative indication है उसको बताएगा. Synonyms are predicts, forecast, bodes. Okay, संकेत देना. It could be Shobhya, Ashwab, depending on how what info we have. Procure is to obtain something, especially with effort of formal process. फॉर्मल प्रोसेस से कुछ खरीदारी करना, ऑब्टेन करना, एक्वायर करना, प्राप्त करना. यहाँ पे खरीदने की बात हो रही है एंड yes, that's procure. It is again a verb. Simulate is another verb that is to replicate or imitate conditions of process. किसी चीज का जब मॉडल बनाते हैं, we mimic something, we reproduce the exact same scenario, mechanism, structure. That is called to simulate something. अनुकरण करना, नकल करना किसी चीज की, to have a better understanding. Okay, this is not to copycat something. Front. Now, monsoon front जो use हुआ है passage में, that. Front is also a preposition. In front is a preposition. Okay, but front can act as an adjective or as a noun. In this area, in this passage, it meant as monsoon wala area, or the aspect of monsoon से देखा जाए, so we need to prepare ourselves. So front means a specific area or aspect of an issue. इस क्षेत्र में, इस मोर्चे में क्या करना है, in this sector क्या करना है. Okay, front is a noun. Shore up is a very popular phrase we have seen in exams. We have often seen in exams. To strengthen or reinforce something or someone, to support, to fortify, सहारा देना, मजबूत करना, to aid. Land intensive means requiring large area of land for cultivation. Okay, so space demanding, जगह चाहिए वो चीज करने के लिए, that is land intensive. And then you can use a noun. This is an adjective, so you can use a noun and talk about कि क्या है. Unfurl is a verb that is to reveal over time. Some things that are getting developed, and we will get to see the result in a month, in a couple of months, in a couple of years. Okay, whatever it is, but over a period of time, things will be unfolding. An inverse relationship is when one variable increases, other decreases. That's the inversion, the basic inversion that we always get to see, something going up, so other thing going down. Okay. Oceanic parameters, anything that relates to oceans affecting weather. Such oceanic parameters in this one, in this passage were talked about. Cyclonic activity that relates to cyclones, storm activity. Cyclones are not just something, that we have a picture of it as we have seen in the movies, but cyclones, they play a major role in deciding what type of rainfall a place would receive. Accentuated means made more intense. कोई चीज और ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग होती जा रही है, इंटेंसिफाई होती जा रही है, एक्सेंचुएट होती जा रही है, बढ़ती जा रही है. Reassuring is to provide comfort or confidence. Okay, so some things could be reassuring. You scoring, let's say 45 out of 50 in an exam is a reassuring thing for you that you would clear exam with flying colors. Mitigate is to reduce severity or seriousness, to alleviate, lessen, ease. Anything which is negative, if the negative impact is reduced, that means आपको आराम मिल रहा है, किसी को किसी चीज का निवारण मिल रहा है, it's a good kind of reduction that brings relief. That is called mitigate. Okay, so I have a summary from here from Abhishek. I'll go through it and then I'll give you some grammar questions. And yes, monsoon promoting agriculture development with early arrival. It will be helpful होना चाहिए. It will be helpful for kharif crops and more pulse intensive crops. On the other hand, government wants to reduce import by procure. Okay, these are some facts again. This is not the summary. Okay, the summary will have 2-3 main points. First is the prediction part, and the prediction is of above normal monsoon. The prediction is not of early monsoon. Different चीजें दो. Okay, so the prediction is of above normal. How it could help us in agriculture and ultimately in economy. Third thing, that we don't have the accuracy of the forecast because of the lack we have in technology. Okay, and because of this thing of things be can get changed in future, we as government need to be prepared for any kind of thing. So our preparation should not take a step back. So these three things were the summary part of this. Okay, now let's see grammar. Yeah. Part of speech of this word. Dear, it's not in my hands to improve the quality. Abhishek, Raj, other people, can anyone? Because even what I do from my end, this video that I am watching along with you guys to read the comments, I'm watching like a student, okay, from my other account. I can read everything perfectly. So if there is a problem at your end, if things are blurred, then you need to set your video settings. Just check that. Second, check your internet connection. Okay, these two could be the reasons why you are getting this blur, because till now no one has ever told me that the video quality is bad or poor. They are able to read everything. I have taken like other classes. I have been taking two classes daily. So please check. Others can also tell me this is something important. I would love input of other students. Is it blur at your end also? Okay. So this is an adjective, consecutive. It's talking about the type of fear. Consecutive means back to back. Okay. Uh, okay. So the next question is. Oh, okay. I got too much engaged in reading that, and now I forgot there was a very nice question in my mind to ask. In this sentence, what's the subject and verb? I have marked the sentence for you. What's the subject and verb? Abhishek, can you help me with this issue Twilight has mentioned? Subject and verb of this sentence that I have highlighted. Okay. So there is there an issue with audio also? Am I properly audible? I can see. The video part I can see. Can you help me with audio part? Is audio getting stuck too? I'll try to fix the video part. Things look good at my end, guys. Okay. How is it now? I don't want to distract you, so maybe I'll just put my video away and you can tell me if my audio is good to go with. Okay. Also, the answer to my. Okay. There is some error. I'm checking on it, guys. My session's still streaming. Okay, so things look fine at my end. I'm waiting for your confirmation, guys. No, the video is slow. Audio is good, right? Audio is good. Okay, I can continue.